Hello, I'd like to welcome back to Metroid 2, Return of Samus. For today we are going down, we've got one Metroid left to kill. Excellent, fantastic, amazing. I'm gonna scratch my ear. So yeah, it's been a long journey, but we're almost there. Only 6 more Metroids to go. Six more Metroids. We're not gonna get any, recharge stations from this point forward, so I hope you're ready. Well, actually, there is one more point we get to recharge, and it becomes a gauntlet from there on out. Also, it really likes that if you hit something with one of your spacer lasers, it remembers it and the pattern changes. It, like, shoots one below. Like, if you hit one with the top one, it will shoot the 2 bottom ones and then later the top one, which is really freaking cool in my opinion. I almost wanted to backdash there for a moment. Okay, we can't go over here yet. Let's go this way. Gee willikers, Batman, what a path. I don't think it gets any better. We've seen all the last cityscape areas. It's mostly going to be caverns and straightforward navigation from this point forward. I kind of dislike that, but at the same time, it holds a certain charm. You could see there for a moment that my spacer was interrupted and that it didn't function the way it usually does. Anyway. Oh, it's a fresh hatchling. Well, I'm not complaining. There we are. Sweet. Highly unusual. Very unusual. You know, they say it's not unusual to be in love, but I don't think they meant this. Well, there were 2 eggs. Maybe we missed one. Maybe there was one further down the line. This is like their way of being like, no, 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 no. No. I keep forgetting about the screw attack because it's not something you use all that much because, you know, kind of hard to hit stuff when you're swinging and dinging. Jump mechanics in this game are fine, but they're not very good for accurate jumping. There's a reason everything here is so fucking floaty. Well, there's a reason we come back. It's time for our first and one of the 4 Omega Metroids! Wow, they make a noise. And he's also highly resistant to... We don't want to we don't want to nail them when they're in that fall state. Eat dirt, shitbag. I mean, eat shit, dirtbag. Damn it! I messed up my one moment of shine. Should take care of the acid. Probably gonna grind out some health here for a moment. Give me a moment. There. I thought I'd pick up some extra health before we went so that I have at least some supplies. And the acid's gone again. I really like that segment. Like I said, it's one of the few moments when it's like thematically, I'm gonna set up the Omega Metroid. It's like already gone and there's a fresh hatchling, which implies that Omega Metroids can lay eggs, but it's not that way because it was a Zeta, and before we, just when we arrived, it turned into an Omega. I like the term Omega, by the way. Really fucking cool word. Mostly because it sounds like Mega. And I already like Mega. So who am I to judge? What if we actually do have 100% complete or not? This game, by the way, has a Justin Bailey speed time of 3 hours, and in case you know what that means, it's basically that if you complete the game quick enough, you tend to see Samus in the nude at the end. And for this game, that's 3 hours, and there are no other endings than the regular ending and the speedrun ending. Those are really stealthy, by the way. Not a lot of rocket drops, which is highly concerning, considering I spent like 50 on one of them, and then a couple more on the other guy, but nobody cares about that guy. Dude, I just need some rockets. Like, just one pack of 5 would be enough to make me smile. Alright? Catch that? Can you catch that? Yeah, you can catch that, because you're smart. You're a smart video game. That's not highly disconcerting at all. Bum, 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 bum. The fuck is this, Wario Land 2? Game Boy Color Edition, that is. Oh man, that game was so good. Can I believe they... I love how they remade it for the Game Boy Color too. Wario Land 2. Not technically a remake, but there's a separate ROM that runs on full colors. The Technicolor Edition, as many people have called it. I always like how it was called Technicolor back in the day, and everyone adamantly defended Technicolor. We want Technicolor! Okay, there's something I have to show real lickety-split before I move on. This last batch of acid we're going to, you can... Oh dear. This last batch of acid has a little bit of an interesting quirk. You could technically sequence break because this acid patch ends after a certain amount of time. And if you think you're a clever son of a gun and you like going through acid, this is where your story unfortunately ends. Because until the acid is gone, and this is, by the way, the final patch of acid, acid patch number 10, there's a wall of spikes that isn't gone until you... Oh, it's such a kick in the groin! Dirtbag. Also, Raukar recently opened up a Patreon. Apparently he quit his job after a mental breakdown, so I thought I'd mention it and give him a shout out. Because he's a swell kind of guy. Oh, I hate how there's no recharge stations. It's all you from here on out. Oh, it's only 20 damage, wow. Can I say the biggest enemy here is the frickin' camera, if anything? Because, in case you haven't noticed, the camera determines largely where the Omega Metroid will default towards. Meaning that the biggest enemy I fight is the camera itself, because the camera decides that the Omega Metroid goes... It's also one of the reasons why the zetas are such a pain in the ass. Another thing, there are already enemies here. If you want to get stuff, you gotta go all the way back, which is probably the biggest kicker for any speedrun, since it's kind of hard to get a recharge. Now, since I'm using save states, and I don't really care... Oh, there are enemies here, good. I wanted to show something real quick, is that there is a save point at the top of this hallway. In case you're really desperate, there's a save point. Well, 5 energy globules, I guess I should have picked that up, but I guess I won't. Oh, come on, man. You're my one and only true hope. Yeah. I need missiles more than anything else, but I guess I'll be fine as long as I ration myself properly. There's only 2 more. That should be doable, right? They're only like 50 missiles. I should actually look that up. I do like how they are clearly becoming something else. One more to go! Kilimanjaro! I think I'd rather run with scissors than go on Mount Kilimanjaro. He's a madman, I say. A madman! How dare he speak like that about running with scissors? Do you have no concern for your own safety? What madman are you to pick the test of the scissor trials? Why is it called the test of the trials, anyway? Isn't a trial like test? And this is why I let everything get proofread first by a 5-year-old. I said it would make more impact. It's intentional. He thinks he's so clever, doesn't he? Oh, he thinks he's real clever. Thinks he's Jim Motherflippin' Sterling! Oh, yeah! Barrage straight to the chest! I like that one. Oh, he didn't take that one well. He's feeling the burn. I say, stretch those glutes. Yeah! No more Omegas! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I'll say it again. Kilimanjaro! I blame that teenage robot for that one. The guy really said Kilimanjaro with a lot of conviction. And don't worry, if you are playing this 100% legit, and truth be told, other than that Morph Ball Bomb boss, haven't been in a circumstance where that's really a massive concern. That was because he was kind of a bitch boss. You could just Morph Ball jump or whatever. We are at the penultimate episode, by the way, because the next one is going to be beating the Queen Metroid. With 72 missiles! You're nuts! Nuts, I say! There are less nuts in this nut canister! And I say to you, you're right. You are mother flippin' right. So now we're in quite a mysterious area, because there's lots of these little water pools for some reason. Interestingly, there should be holes in the ceiling. I guess not. I thought there were holes in the ceiling here, but there are not. There's just a lot of water here. It's really kind of weird. So be careful, because whenever you see those little black patches, that's where you fall through the ground. They're not too hard to see. Once you fall into them once, you'll probably notice them. Because it's a different tile. It's a different tile set. Because of how the chunks work. And because they needed a visual cue anyway. As you can see, they're one way, so that explains a lot. Kilimanjaro! This is a lot of unique environments, I have to say. It's very concerning. Even Samus can feel it in her britches. Her power britches, no less. Even with these highly stable power britches, I can still feel something is weird. But as we go up, we find that we're actually under an underground lake, and it's one of the few places where water physics work, despite it, you know, water being everywhere for the most part. This area is huge and open. It is just freaking massive. Our first destination is... Whoa. We're in a high-tech science lab. Someone does not want you to have an ice beam, for a very good reason. That is a way to get down here, but we can't use that because it's a one-way exit from the Queen. So yeah, door number in the middle was an ice beam, which we clearly need, and I'll tell you why we need it in a moment when it becomes relevant. And that moment is probably going to be a day, because I'm not going to talk about it right now. Here's a recharge station for all your basic amenities. We are at 100%, and we, next time, are going to kick some Metroid tail. But until then, see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, the final episode, the great battle with the final Queen Metroid, and escape from the planet, because this is back in the day when blowing up planets was kind of the only way you could end the game. Wait a second. Talon 4 doesn't blow... No, Talon 4 doesn't have an escape sequence. You start off with an escape sequence on the frigate. In 2, technically the planet blows up, but it's an alternate dimension planet. In 3, Phazon blows up. Phase, or whatever it's called, blows up. Yeah. Super Metroid, yeah. Metroid, yeah. Zero Mission, yeah. Fusion, technically, but you make it crash into a planet. Yeah! It's kind of a staple of the Metroid series that at some point you're running for your life because what you are currently on is going to blow up pretty bad. Same here, technically. Although I don't think there's an actual timer. Sort of implied. Bye-bye! Wrong button.